Welcome, 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 welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Bonjour, bonsoir. We are here, YouTubing it. Ayiti Organic, Ayiti Organic, Ayiti Organic. I want to congratulate my guy on his inauguration and new president, well, again, president of these United States of America. Now, I was kind of late to the whole TikTok thing because, first of all, I'm recording this again because the first audio I put on YouTube, I got a copyright strike. So I had to go remove certain things. And so you only hear my audio. Cool. Now, Trump and this thing with TikTok, obviously, it's all politics because of China and the U.S. government trying to make sure that they have more control on certain things, right? All right, cool. So that's political, what's going on. But because I had removed TikTok from my telephone a couple of days ago, I went back on the TikTok and I couldn't get on, so that was a little bit crazy. But you guys see what's going on right now, the current events that's going on in Haiti. You have the potential threat of the Colombian mercenaries being released. You have Haiti sending more Kenyan troops or Kenyan police officers to the island. You have gangs shooting at, U.S. embassy vehicles. These are things that have never really happened in the country, but they're going to start happening now, right? Now, the choice of Mark Rubio becoming Secretary of State, I'm not going to say it's a bad decision, right? I just feel the fact that Rubio is a politician from, well, he's originally from Miami. His parents, they migrated from Cuba, and come to find out, at first I thought they migrated during the whole Exodus when Batista lost his power, but no, they actually started to travel, or they left Cuba 2 years before the whole Fidel Castro takeover. So his family, they've been in the United States for a good amount of time. And any of you who knows the Cuban community, especially in Miami, they have a lot of political power. They have a lot of, economic power. You could say, they're almost like a mafioso of sort. It's different with the Cubans. And even I realized that working in Miami and working alongside these people, they have a lot of political and economic power. So when I'm listening to Rubio talk about the problems with Ayiti, he knows what's going on. So that's the first thing. He's not someone that is like oblivious to the fact of what's going on in the country. He knows everything. Well, not everything, but he knows what he needs to know as Secretary of State, as the new Secretary of State. So I'm trying to figure out, is his approach going to be beneficial to the Haitian people? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes, you have to get into the psyche, the mentality of these politicians, these individuals who are supposed to be coming to help or assist in the problem that I'm not going to say he started, but in a problem that was started by corrupt officials in the U.S. government and corrupt officials in the international community and United Nations and and the basura that we have in Haiti, in the country. So he might do a terrific job, right, as Secretary of State, but the problems that he's going to face, they're going to be a lot. So with our situation alone, it's like you have Lavalas, who has basically returned to power with the president Leslie Voltaire. So you have that political ideology back in power. And once Lavalas is back and running, there are certain things we want to see. So like something like this, right? Why would the Haitian gangs shoot up a crowded U.S. embassy van? Because they must have got a phone call. This is causing more chaos. This is causing more panic. And this is actually not a good thing for the gangs. Because once you start to shoot at U.S. embassy, at their vehicles, it's like you are attacking the actual country. It's a real it's a diplomatic, you can say, catastrophe for Haiti. You understand? When I'm talking in regards to these Kenyan police officers, because many people thought it was Kenyan military. They're not military, they're cops. And these cops that they just brought into the country, they are making about $600 to $800 US more monthly, and they don't have to fight or interact directly with the gangs. I mean, they kept on showing all of these things on the media, like the Kenyan officers are fighting side to side, with the police in Haiti, with the Haitian military. And no, that's not necessarily true. It's more like photo op. You understand me? To show like they are working and for them to stay with the contract. Outrage from Moïse's son as Colombians' death squad accused of ex-Haitian president's assassination may go free. There's a couple of things I want to say. Like with the Colombians, they're claiming they had no idea they were coming to kill the president, right? They said that it was a contract. They were supposed to be doing security, boom, 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 boom. For those of you who have no idea, right, the Colombians, right, in the region, they are the go-to like military personnel if you need some kind of private military to do a coup d'etat, to do something real quick, right? They're all there. That's what they do in Colombia. So, of course, this is just a legal, international legal battle. But I got a problem with this guy, man. I call him a boy. I know he's a man, but sometimes I say this boy. Jovenel Moïse, eldest son of assassinated Haitian President Jovenel Moïse, in a December 2021 photo, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then you see the Colombians on the floor. This is when they got them the first time. Jovenel, my thing is like, bro, he has to have a couple dollars, right? I mean, he's the son of the ex-president who was brutally assassinated by these cowards, but doesn't he have any kind of money? Jovenel gotta have a couple dollars, because it's like, bro, why are you up and down the media and you're just like, it's like he's complaining like everybody else, right? And I don't think that's how it should have. I just don't think it's the way to find justice, really, for his father. You know what I mean? I mean, let's say hypothetically he's a millionaire. He could take out 50,000, or take out 100K. I mean, he can do so much damage with 100,000. So I'm just tired of him complaining all day. Just do something, man. If not, shut the fuck up. They continuously put Ayiti in negative situations. They just continuously do it over and over and over and over and over. Every time you would think the country has maybe an opportunity or maybe has a chance now to, to go into a positive direction, these type of things, these type of incidents, they come about. Now, Marco Rubio, when he was explaining the situation in Haiti, he said it's going to be a very, very long time. It's going to take some time for our situation to get better. But I tell you what, you see in 2025, out of all of the madness that's coming, I feel as if it has to be time for the Republic of Haiti to get just a little something extra on the positive end. There's another video that I wanna make on Let's Leave All There, right? Because the little Chinaman, Chinois, I don't want people to kind of just, because this happens all the time, right? We get these guys, they come into power and no one is paying attention to what they're doing. And that's not too smart. We got to pay attention to these guys, these politicians, because they've been around for so long and they never was able to really get anything done. And they're back, Some would say, when you're looking at an individual like Leslie Voltaire, who's with Lavalas, who's with President Aristide, the priest, both times they were not able to really finish with the presidency. They wasn't finished. They were never able to finish their terms. Something always happened, and they basically got stopped. So, what do you think? Do you think Rubio? Where's the echo in this thing? Hold on. Rubio. Anyway, you guys leave some comments. Please like, subscribe, share. Pass this video along. I'm going to start putting out some more little audios, man. These are just some randoms. Shouts out to you, the supporter, who always takes the time out and listen to the content, listen to the information. Again, is the new Secretary of State going to be of any good use to Ayiti, to the Haitian people? I don't know. Anyway, you guys tell me what you believe, what you think, what you see. Tell me your hypothesis. Tell me your theories. Tell me what you know. Maybe some of you guys study political science. Share. I'm out. Ayiti Organic. Hashtag Ayiti Organic 1804. Hashtag Ayiti Organic Experience. Yo.